All right, I was looking back over my archives here, and there's one thing that I have not taught yet. A lot of people have asked me to teach it, but I don't know why. I thought that this would be a very simple project or easy project, and that's a ball in a cage. I've never done it. I thought I had. I don't know, folks. You got to realize I'm losing what little mind I have. And that's okay, because to be honest with you, in the world we have today, having a mind is not really all that wonderful or great. But I want to show you today what we're going to do is the simplest way to do a ball in a cage. Okay? Now, what I've got here is a piece of wood that is 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 by 3 inches. It's 3 inches long. Okay? All right. Now, what you're going to do is take your once you have cut your piece of wood out, take your ruler, and I'm going to come in about 1/4 of an inch here, come down, come in 1/4 of an inch here, and I will draw a line. Okay? Zip. Now I'm going to come 1/4 of an inch over here. Okay? And 1/4 of an inch over here. Okay? And draw another line. Okay, so this is where our little ball is going to be. Now you're going to do the same thing on each side. You're going to come over here, you're going to measure 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to come over here, measure 1/4 of an inch. Come over here, at the end, measure 1/4 of an inch, and measure 1/4 of an inch. And then draw your lines here. Okay. Oop. I'm trying to find the easiest way, simplest way. All right. So what you have is something like this. Now I'm going to come over here. You're going to go all the way around your carving here, measuring off 1/4 of an inch on each side, drawing you a line. An inch, 1/4 of an inch. Okay. All right. And for the last side, 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Better like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. And basically, and the same thing on the top, okay? Let's just same thing on the top. Come out 1/4 of an inch. Let me get this. Put one more wise. Woo! I think that's why I don't do a lot of bowling cages. My wires are pretty messed up. I tell you, they're not. But hey, we can do it. Same thing here. Quarter of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to draw that just from there. Just sort of draw that and do the same thing here. I'm just going to kind of and just kind of follow the lines here and just sort of do this. But, you know, we're going to... Now, I want to take this and go down, and what I want to do, I want to go to about halfway down the 3 inches, which would be 1.5 right here, and draw me a little line, okay? I came down about 3 inches and 1.5. Okay. Now, from that line, I'm going to come up about, let me get my bearings here. I'm going to come up about, let's see, 1/2 and 2, which is 5/8. I'm going to come about 5/8 from right there, okay? And I'm going to come about 5/8, which is 1/2, and 5/8 from there, okay? That's where our ball's going to try to be, or kind of where the object is going to be that we want it to be. We'll create our little ball. So, let's take our knife. I'm sorry. One more thing. Excuse me. Let's come up 1/4 inch also from this point right here. I'm sorry. Excuse me. From the bottom and from the top. Okay. Okay. Just to give a general idea, I'm just going to go ahead and draw. But come up 1/4 inch from each end. Okay? There. Like that. Because basically this is not going to be taken out, in other words, right here. This will be, and you come from the top, go 1/4 inch, okay? And 1/4 inch. So basically, I've gotten to where I can draw this stuff pretty darn good. If it's a little bit more, I can always cut it down a little bit. It's no problem. Alright. Alright, so we drew our 1/2 inch here, excuse me, our 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, and then we drew this up here. Alright. Now, we take our knife, and this area in here, we come up like that. Come up like, now a lot of people, what they do to help it to do a lot better, they'll drill holes in it. And I want to remove this wood in here, okay? Okay? Remove that wood in there. Alright? Okay. Now, the same thing here on all sides. This is where our ball is going to be. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Whoop. Cut. Cut. And cut. And remove the wood in here. Okay, I just wanted to show you basically and we're removing the wood in there. Like I said, a lot of people take a drill, they'll drill a little hole in there. That way, helps a whole lot better. Okay? Now, I'm going to see where this comes up here. I'm going to just draw that in there. And where this comes up right here, I'm just going to draw that in there. This is where our basically where our ball is going to be. And the same thing I'll do here. It doesn't have to be exact because the ball is going to be when you... now a lot of people like to be exact, okay? But I'm trying to find the simplest way that you can do this. Okay. And basically, you end up with the same thing when you look at it. All right, see that? And I'm also going to remove the wood in here. And what we're going to do, we're going to go all the way around doing the same thing on all 3 sides. Excuse me, on all 4 sides. There we go, Gene. A 3-sided ball in a cage. There we are. Oh boy. All right, my time's about up on this one, but if you look, see how that looks from there? Same type of deal. And that's where your ball is going to be, in the middle there. And we'll work from there. Okay, I got to let you go for now because it's time.